video didn't take us long at all. We got it done right away. I feel like that was also part of the fact that the song itself isn't too long. To be completely honest, the song really has no content to it. It's a song I just made that, you know, it's just more of a vibe, of a feel that's kind of happening right now. People are just like more just like a turn up feel, you know. So I just provided the energy. So the process of recording it was a lot of fun. Actually, I think that was dope. I like the ideas you had. We made it work with a minimalistic amount of like just shit, dude, and
yeah,
it's perfect.
It's Sunday night, right? So
yeah, Sunday.
Pretty much got like a week.
Honestly, I literally made it because it's like giving the people what they want, but still giving them what they need, in the sense of like you have to kind of subliminally add in a message, or you have to add in something. But I'm giving them what they want, as far as like when they hear it, their brains are like accustomed to like this is how a hit's supposed to sound.
Yeah.
And right now you hear all the songs that's popping right now. They're all like, hey, 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 hey. So that's how that came about. Like, it's like one thing I bring to the table. And then on this side of the spectrum, I could hit you with, you know, the lyrical, the content, the storytelling, and all that stuff.
Because that's one thing I did notice about you is you do get lyrical, but then you also get fun with it. You get crazy with it. You like to experiment a lot. Yeah,
and that's helped me a lot, because the past like 3 years I've been doing nothing but experimenting. So I could know like, okay, I could know for myself that I can do this style, and I could adjust to this. But it's also good because it's like a hit and miss. Like you realize like, okay, this didn't work out so well. People did not receive this that good, and from there, like in all that whole time of just experimenting here and there, like it just helped me actually like glue together my style, and really I found myself in it all. So now when you hear like songs like this, like you hear it and you're like, okay, this sounds legit. I think so. But at the same time, when you hear it, you know like, oh, that's Roy.
Yeah, and over this time, you said 3 years.
Yeah.
Do you find it easier to kind of just start putting it together, like things are finally starting to click?
Yeah, because, you know, when you start off, you feel...
thinking process might be different.
Now it's just like straight to the point. Like before, like that's what helped, because at first you start off and you have an idea of what you want to do and all that stuff. So you try to get it all out the way. And I feel like the more I started scrapping out different things, it just helped me narrow down to like, no, like, okay, this is my style, this is what I'm good at, this is where I like excel. Like now the writing process to me, dude, like I feel like writing the music itself, that's the least of my worries. Like now it's really trying to branch out with like the videos, photography, you know, like the photo shoots, and getting creative with the album cover, like the merchandise, you know, like actually making it really like a brand, you know. But as far as the writing process now, like that's easy.
And where are you drawing all your inspiration to do this? Because that sounds like a lot of shit just to even kind of...
Well, honestly, just life itself, man. Like growing up, I've always been like an expressive kind of kid, you know. And I was always that kid that thought he knew everything, like that I'm always right. And a lot of people it didn't sit well with a lot of people. Like who was this little kid over here trying to boom boom, right? So what I'm trying to get to with that was. I used to love writing. I could write stories, poetry, like before even rapping itself.
You did that in school a lot?
Yeah, like I don't know, when we'll get tested, like in elementary, you know, like in Texas we get graded like 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah.
Bro,
fours all the time.
Easy,
fours
like,
across the table.
Easy, bro. Like I was in a URL and I used to be in dictionary skills.
Okay.
So you were just pretty much, I was always walking around with a dictionary.
Yeah.
And it's like about finding words quick and boom boom. So from there, like I just became fascinated with words, and I just thought it was cool that I could express myself using the least amount of words, but it being so impactful. Like instead of saying like you're pretty or something, it's like, wow, I think you have a luxurious smile or something, you know. So all that tied into the point where I realized, like, once I actually started listening to music and I realized like, okay, this is cool. When I have something I want to say, like I want to help people. I really want to like reach people and get through to them. So I realized like no one's gonna want to hear me nag all day. So what I could do and what I should do, put some words together, find a melody that's gonna sit well with the listener. So at that point you don't have a choice, because your brain's already like, oh, this sounds nice. Yeah. So you're already in it already, and now you're giving me a chance. So once you start hearing what I'm saying, it's like, oh, okay. And that's really where the whole inspiration like stemmed from in the beginning. Like I just want to be heard. Yeah. You know, like, and this is the best way that I could sneak my voice into your head. You know.
When did you kind of start taking that like on the more serious note, like?
Okay, for sure. I was 9 years old when I wrote my first rhyme. By 14, 15, I was freestyling. It was just an idea of like, okay, this is cool. I like to, just freestyle with my friends. And then it wasn't until I actually became like 17 years old where I was just obsessed with it. Like as far as every day, even to now, like if you see me, dude, I'm just always on YouTube. Interviews, different journalists, what's going on in the industry, from record labels to agencies, and the climate of the culture, like what do people like, what don't they like, who's this new face, who's this talent, like stuff like that. So by 17, dude, like I just knew like this is it. Like I don't have a plan B. Even right now, like 24 years old, like I feel like I should have been somewhere else because I was on that path, but life happens. I kind of like, I got off the expressway and I just started cruising around this little town, but this is it, bro. Like, this is all I know.
Do you think that a lot of that has to do is because we're not able to kind of like easily find inspiration around here? Like it's when it comes to stuff like in a creative way.
Yeah, like we down here we lack a lot of resources. Like there's not a lot of people that. There's a lot of people that do like certain things that could help you out, like with photography and all and whatever, what have you. But it's just like the resources of finding like that aesthetic to where we're at now, something that's gonna please you, something that's gonna be like, oh, this like his style and my style together, it's gonna work. And we just lack resources and a lot of support. Like people will see you and like if you're good, it'll be hard for some people just to admit you're good. And even if they do admit you're good, it just kind of stays at that.
And just like, oh, you're good, that's it.
And it stays at that. They're not gonna be telling other people like, oh, have you heard ROI or have you, So that's kind of like where it gets discouraging. But as far as like me saying that I was going down the expressway, it's like I was already going to school in Arizona. I finished school there. Like I got certified in audio and engineering, but that's not even my thing. Like I just wanted to be an artist, and I had an opportunity to go to Atlanta to intern over there. But I decided to come home for a little bit, just chill. Yeah. And I ended up, I just kind of fell off for a little bit. I got distracted with other things that I should have not got distracted with. So that's what I mean by like I was, going like a $110 down the HOV lane. I decided to get off the expressway, start cruising into this little small town. So I was just kind of stuck. And now, like, I feel like I'm finally just making my way back up on the thing.
Oh, well, I'm glad you found your way back, man, for real. That's not a lot of people find their way back. I've seen a lot of people just kind of, they think, oh, I'm making it, I'm kind of getting there. They're still looking for that extra help. As long as you still keep pushing yourself, that's all that matters.
I appreciate you saying that because it's tough, and even to this day, like I'm nowhere near to being where I want to be, but at least like I'm in a better place than where I was like a couple months ago. You know, like
and every day is a new start too.
Exactly.
So every day you have a chance to get better. Every day you have a chance to learn from all your mistakes and stuff. And just keep working on the music, bro, for sure.
Thank you, appreciate it. You too, with all this, the whole filming you got going on, you're onto something. It's not like you're onto something, man.
And I think that's where I was going was when you say like the support and all that. What do you think is something that can kind of help, like kind of maybe it's not going to help it right away within a year or something that can start building that gap you get me from?
Well, I feel like one thing that will really help is being genuine in wanting to help each other out, because people are not gonna like automatically like me if I'm coming out of my videos talking about like I'm the shit, I'm this, I'm that. Like nah, like people are gonna be more compelled to like gravitate towards you if they feel like it's something like you can make it more like a community thing, like where everybody's involved and everybody's getting a shine. Like I feel like that would really help us out. So like.
And that's something y'all have going on at Oak, right?
Yeah, well, it originally began at Oak, and now the new home for the one mic, it's at Club Elevate. It's on 17th Street, and that's actually by my boy Andre Austin. He's a photographer downtown. He's very well known. He's really good at what he does, and his whole thing his whole like brand is Shots After Dark. So he's really the one that kind of put everything together. And before he even put it together, like I remember he ran up on me and told me like, hey man, I've been hearing from certain people that you're this guy and you do this and that. And I told him like, yeah. And originally it was like an open mic, like spoken word poetry, like the that classic stuff. But as we tried it, like it kind of didn't fit with that because of like again like where we're at. Not a lot of people know how to respect that or know how to even appreciate that.
Yeah, they don't really understand it.
People talking over you and stuff like that. So the first couple of runs, like for me, was a little tough and discouraging. But then I kind of like just like I'm figuring out how to reach the people in the best way possible to where you impact them and you're able to walk away from the stage and they're gonna be like, who's that kid?
Yeah.
And they're gonna, from there, just you spark an interest, and from there it's good. But yeah, well, one mic at Elevate Nightclub, they have it every third Thursday of every month. We're gonna have one this month of October on the 18th, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, I would love for you to stop by sometime. Anybody who's seen this as well, go check it out, dude. Because there's a lot of dope artists, from dancers to singers. Like,
so it's every third Thursday.
Third Thursday, yes sir.
Okay. All right, sounds good. So you said they have dancers, they got
dancers, singers. One time we had a comedian up there.
For real?
Yeah, so it's cool. Like, you know, we kind of like that, you know, and that's kind of like another thing that he's doing to kind of answer the question of like what will help us, you know, kind of like be more supportive and stuff. I think something like that, because that's such a selfless act, like that he's putting this together. And my boy Andre, dude, he could spit too. Like he gets down with his pen. Like I've seen him, he's reciting things to me that I'm just like, you do this.
Yeah.
But like that, like he's like selfless, and that's what a lot of people need to have. This like, be selfless and still know what you're trying to get to. But if we're all selfless, it's like, picture like this. This is like the best analogy I can make for you. It's like in elementary or middle school when you're in science class and the teacher's like, all right, we have a science project, right? You want to look for the fucking nerds, excuse me, my friends, but you want to look for the nerds, you know, like, okay, me, him, and him, we're the smartest kids in this class. Let's get together and we're going to work together, put our best of our abilities to make the best result and get the best grade for all of us. Yeah. Instead of like, no, I'm gonna do all the work. No,
exactly.
Like, no, it's
exactly.
You know.
No, that's true. That's true. No, that's a good way to put it. You know, hopefully people kind of see that and start working a little bit more, supporting a little bit more. I'm definitely gonna try my best to make it out.
Yeah, I know you're very busy too as well, so I understand.
That's the only thing is Friday mornings I always gotta wake up early, and Fridays. I mean, it's only for a little bit, football season. That's it, but. Yeah, man. I mean, appreciate you stopping by, bro.
I appreciate you
conversation. Having me. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you this. Let me just make sure that it's gonna work right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never had it. ROI, you can't do what I do, that's just automatic. Perfect on arrival, that's just automatic. Yeah, you can't fuck with my crew, that's just automatic. Yeah, they gon' pull up on you with that automatic. Yeah, you can't do what I do, that's just automatic. Yeah, perfect on arrival, that's just automatic. Yeah, you can't fuck with my crew, that's just automatic. Yeah, they gon' pull up on you with that automatic.
That's so clean, dude.
I get a little crazy in there, though. Yeah, I still gotta throw your title in there. I was waiting for you, but yeah. No, that was it. So.
Honestly, the best part of all that, it's nothing more, nothing less, bro.
Yeah.
Just straight to it.
Exactly.
I'm glad you just used that scene.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The other stuff would have thrown it off. Though.
Exactly.
We got so much.